back. So today's look is going to be a transition into fall makeup looks. I am so excited for fall, and not for the normal stereotypical reasons. I don't wear Ugg boots, I don't own Ugg boots, I don't drink pumpkin spice lattes, I don't even like pumpkin. I love fall because of the cold weather. Like, don't get me wrong, I love spring, I love summer because it is warm. I do live in sunny Southern California, so my love for the fall is so big, but I don't get it very often, so I really am excited for a little bit of rain to come. I'm hoping that it comes soon, even if it's just a couple of days. When it is rainy and cold, that is like my heaven. I love the cold weather, so I'm really excited to be doing this look for you to help transition into the cold weather. The product that inspired this look was the ColourPop, where is it? This ColourPop Lippy Stick. It's in the shade LBB. This is like my perfect fall shade. It is like a burgundy berry type color, and you can see it on my lips right now. It is so beautiful and is perfect for these fall makeup looks that everyone is coming up with. They all have dark lips, smoky eyes. I just love these types of looks, and mine today was inspired by this ColourPop Lippy Stick. I'll link everything that I used down below, but if you guys are interested in this look, in this tutorial, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off by priming my face with the Maybelline Master Prime. I'm using two different ones. One is for blurring out my pores and the other one is for redness. I obviously need both. Then I'm going to go in with the MAC Studio Waterweight Foundation. This is a very sheer coverage foundation, but it is buildable, so I do actually go in with 2 layers of this. And then for correcting my dark circles, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Cover Everything Concealer in the orange shade, and then over the top of that I go in with this MAC Prolongwear Concealer just to brighten up my under eyes. I go over it down the center of my nose, on my cupid's bow, on my chin, and mostly on my forehead is where I have the most of the hyperpigmentation, and so I cover up a lot of my forehead using this concealer, and then I blend it in with that same Real Techniques beauty sponge that I used earlier. And then I just go in and set all of that concealer and the rest of my face with the MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade C2. Next, I'm going to quickly go over my brows. I'm not going to go too in detail with this because I do already have a brow tutorial. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I do my brows in depth, I'll link that down below, or you can click right here in the upper right corner of the video. The only thing I do different is I use this tinted brow gel. This is a L'Oreal tinted brow gel. And then I'm going to go in with a white pencil eyeliner just to really sculpt out my brows. And then I'm going to go in with my finger just to blend all of that out and make sure that I don't have any harsh lines whatsoever. This is going to give me a really good base for my brow highlight. Then just to set that and make sure that it doesn't move whatsoever, I'm going to go over it with an ivory bone colored eyeshadow. You can use any one that you have. You don't have to be too specific with this. Then to warm up my face, I'm going to go in with, you guessed it, as always, my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade C6 Sable. And I am actually going in with a new brush today. This is the Real Techniques Face Sculpting Brush. This is the first time I used it, and I've been using it every day since I filmed this video. And let me tell you, it makes sculpting and contouring your face completely foolproof. And it's so cheap. It cost me like $10. Like, you have to go out and get this brush. Then I just go over it with my foundation brush and make sure that everything is blended together. And then here you see me using the baking method. If you guys want to see a video on that, then I can definitely do that. Let me know in the comments below. Then I'm going to start off with a transition color. This is a really light taupe shade right in my crease. I'm going in with the Morphe E23 brush and blending all that out. And then with a more precise but still blending brush, I'm going in with the orangey shade from that same Morphe 35W palette and really concentrating it in my crease to add a lot of warmth in there. And then with that same E23 brush, just going over it and making sure that I blend out all of those harsh lines. Oops, I totally cut out the clip for this next part for the lid, and so I'm just going to tell you what I did. There's only 2 steps. I went in with this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Cottage Cheese and applied that straight from the tube right onto my lid as a base. And then I'm going in with this really frosty metallic champagne color from that same Morphe 35W palette and applying it with my finger right over top, and this is what the result was right on my lid. So to make sure that that lid color and the crease color blend together really seamlessly, I'm just going in with that same E23 brush and adding a little more of that orange color back in. Then I'm going to go in with this dark chocolatey brown color, and you'll notice I don't have very much product on my brush whatsoever. I'm just adding a tiny bit of that color right into the outer corner to add a little bit of depth, but it really is not much, just a tiny bit. Then I'm going to go in with that same ivory shade that I used earlier on my brow highlight and just add it back in, because with all that blending, you can kind of lose some of it. So then again, I'm going to skip over this part just because I already have a tutorial on how to apply my liner. And so I go in with the Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black to create my wing. I go over the top of it with the Ben Nye Cake Liner in black. This is also a really cheap product you can get at Camera Ready Cosmetics. And then I go in with the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Eye Kohl to tightline, and then the Morphe 747M falsies, and pop those on. So now we've skipped forward to the lower lash line. I'm going to add the same colors that I did on the upper part of my eye and add them in to the lower part of my lash line just to make sure everything is balanced. So that is that taupe shade and the orange shade. And then I'm taking a fluffy brush with no additional product to make sure everything's blended out. Now this color is from the Morphe Brushes Jaclyn Hill favorites palette, and I just pop that right into the inner corner. This is the Wet n Wild Cheek Highlight, and I cannot remember the shade of it. I will link it down below, but I'm using this more as a blush. It does look really shimmery, but I'm going to add a better highlight a little bit later. Then to finish up the look with the lips, I'm going in, I believe this is a NYX lip liner, but I'm not quite sure, but it is in the natural shade, and I'm just lining the outside to provide a guide for the star of the show here. This is the ColourPop lippy stick that I talked about in my intro in the shade LBB. Like, look at this color. It's so beautiful. And then I just top it off with the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in, oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on the shade. I'll link it down below, but they're pretty much a match made in heaven. And then as a total afterthought, I normally would do this before I did my lipstick, but to be honest, I just did not think about it. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop, adding that to my Cupid's bow, adding a little more to that already super bright inner corner, and then adding a little more on the tops of my cheekbones. I thought the Wet n Wild one was going to be enough, but it really was not. Giving the glow that I really wanted this look to have, and the Champagne Pop really pulls through for that. So that is the end of the look. This is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment below and let me know what makeup looks you'd like to see next. I'm thinking of getting into a couple of Halloween things, so hopefully those will be coming in the near future. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.